Oh, g'day there guys, Mr. Oz Adventure here, and I have got a story for you today. Yes, I am back with a regular moto vlog. No adventures, no day out doing this and that, showing you around all these certain areas. Just a regular old topic based moto vlog, and I'm going to be telling you a little story. So if you are somewhat observant, you will notice that I am wearing a different jacket today than I'm normally wearing. I have a new jacket. I will be doing a review on this jacket soon. This is the first time I've worn it, just giving it a bit of a test run, but I will be giving it a full review very shortly. But the main reason I'm here today is in response to a question, a bit of a challenge that Captain Cranky put out there to me. Captain Cranky and I were talking the other day on Facebook. We were chatting and we were talking about setting fire to things, and he mentioned that he set fire to a car one time, and he did a video on that, which you'll see right up on the screen right now. There'll be a link to that. You can go and check out his video where he put the challenge to me to respond to what I'd stated in the Facebook chat, which was that I had not set fire to a car of my own, but I'd set fire to myself 3 times, and also set fire to some other people's cars before. So he wanted me to tell the story of when I set fire to myself, and how I managed to go about that. So in order to explain this properly, I think I need to get a little bit visual. So I'm going to set up a bit of a static camera and do a bit of a show and tell, if you like. So I'll give you a little bit of a background story first. I am a panel beater by trade. That's what I spent 16 years of my working life doing. And for those of you in the United States who don't know what a panel beater is someone that repairs accident damaged vehicles, a collision repair technician, body shop repairer, whatever you want to call it. So the first time I set fire to myself was maybe when I was an apprentice. I had the angle grinder in my hand. I'm grinding some steel, grinding some welds or something on the front of a car, and there was someone working on the car next to me, and I didn't want to be sending the sparks in their direction, but they were going in their direction, and me being too lazy to go and grab a shield or anything like that would have stopped the sparks going in their direction, I just stuck out my leg, and that deflected the sparks and put the sparks in a different direction. So beautiful, that works. So I'm grinding away. All of a sudden, I start to feel this heat. Oh, I'm getting a little bit hot, and that's okay. It's getting hotter and hotter. I think, shit, this is no good. I look down, and my leg is on fire! My whole leg is on fire. My overalls are just burning. I'm just going, shit, put out this fire. And my overalls were completely ruined. I had tracksuit pants underneath. They had a few holes in them. They were a bit ruined as well, but my leg came away unscathed, luckily. So I never did that again. After that, I went and grabbed some proper shields or bits of cardboard or something like that. And mind you, cardboard burns quite easily too, so cardboard's not a good idea unless you spray it with water first. So I got in the habit of doing that. Put up some welding blankets, spray them with water. So the second time I managed to set fire to myself was when I was a little bit drunk. We're having a party. It was a going away party when we were leaving Victoria to move up to Queensland the first time in 1997. Might have been January 1997. So I was a little bit inebriated. I was under the weather. I'd had a few drinks, and it came time to cook the barbecue. So we were hosting the party, and I was on the barbecue. I was doing barbecue duties. I decided to turn on all 4 burners of the barbecue at once, and then go and light one of them. Well, the gas had come out of the other burners and filled up the entire area underneath the burners there with gas. So I've lit one, and it's just gone, big flames just shot up in front of my face. And I had long beard at the time, and I had long hair, and I singed quite a bit of my beard and quite a bit of my hair. The smell of burnt hair was with me for quite a while. For the rest of the night and for quite a few days afterwards. So I learned my lesson there. I now only turn on one burner at a time. Don't let them all fill up with gas. The third time I set fire to myself is probably the funniest. I was repairing my Honda CBR 250RR at the time that I'd bought damaged, and the tank was all smashed in. I couldn't just fill it full of bog because the dent was too sharp, it was too deep. I had to weld steel pins on the outside of the tank and then get a little slide hammer and just pull the dent out from the outside. And I did my research. I'd known about repairing motorcycle tanks before. I knew that you had to fill them full of water first so that you didn't have a tank full of fumes, or else you would get a big explosion inside the tank if you welded something to the outside of it. So I did that. I filled it up full of water, but there must have been a little bit of an air pocket in there. So I'm sitting over this tank. I'm sitting on the tank with my nuts over the hole that you normally fill up with fuel at the top, right? And there's water sloshing around in there. And so I'm dent pulling. There's a dent puller, welder, sort of all in one thing. So I'm sitting over it, my nuts over the hole, and I go and weld this dent puller onto the dent. First one, fine, that was good. Second one, whoa, flames shot out of the hole on top of the tank, engulfed my testicles in flames, and just set fire to my nuts. My balls were burning, just like Chef. My balls are burning, baby, my balls are burning! I burnt through my overalls, I burnt through my tracksuit pants, and I burnt through my underwear. And I took some hair off my nuts. I didn't do any damage to the skin, thankfully, but yeah, there's a bit of singed hair on the old balls. So those are the 3 times that I'd set fire to myself. And as mentioned, I also set fire to some cars. And no, I'm not an arsonist or anything like that. Being the panel beater and welding and grinding and stuff like that, there are always sparks and stuff flying around all over cars. So you've got to be pretty careful and cover up everything to avoid things being set on fire. But sometimes things don't go to plan. Luckily, I haven't set fire to a car and had it burn to the ground like I've heard other people have done, and I've certainly seen some other people set fire to whole interiors and had to have it replaced. All I've done is a little bit of carpet damage that was able to be hidden, and your insulation inside the body and like sound deadening stuff, really flammable stuff that they put inside cars. It's quite ridiculous really how flammable this stuff is. So you're sitting there welding away, you get carried away with what you're doing, all of a sudden you can smell this putrid, stinking, vile smoke, something burning, something horrible. Sometimes it can be disastrous, and other times it's just a little bit of cardboard burning or something like that that you put up. But yeah, I've set fire to some insulation and some sound deadening stuff inside cars and a little bit of carpet before, but nothing too severe, thankfully. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little story. That is my answer to Captain Cranky's question. If you didn't catch the link before, there is a link in the description down below to Captain Cranky's video. Anyway, cheers guys, I hope that was entertaining for you. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.